me to Revelation 14 and verse 12. By the way, this is the conclusion of the third angel's message. If you go to the previous verses, verses 9 through 11, you'll notice it talks there about worshiping the beast, his image, receiving his mark, and the number of his name. And immediately after the third angel's message, we find these words. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. So you'll notice that in Revelation 13 verse 10, the expression patience of the saints appears immediately before the end time crisis is described. Those who go through this period must have the patience of the saints. Revelation 14:12, immediately after speaking about the beast and his image and his mark, it says that there's a group that needs to have the patience of the saints. So obviously the patience of the saints refers to an end time group who has this specific quality. Now we need to define some terms. First of all, we need to define the word patience. And then of course we're going to see who the saints are. The word patience in the New Testament is the Greek word hupomone. There are two words in the New Testament, two primary words that express patience. One is translated in the King James, long suffering. That's the word makrothumia. That means to suffer long. That's not the word that is used here in these two passages. The word that is used is hupomone. And let me tell you what that word means. It means to hang in there, no matter what the cost. To persevere. To endure. To be steadfast. To be independent, unyielding, and defiant in the face of aggressive misfortune. In other words, this word is not simply sitting down and saying, okay, I'll be patient. No, this is an active patience. This is an endurance or a perseverance. By the way, it's the same word that is used in Matthew 24, where Jesus says, he who endures until the end will be saved. So this is an active patience. It's a patience of people who are unyielding, unbreaking in their faith and in their trust in God. Now the question is, who are the saints? Because this is the patience of the saints. Who are the saints? Well, you know, depending on which group of Christians you're talking to, they would understand the word saints in a different way. You know, for some people, the saints are, like all of the saints that are mentioned in California. Seems like there's a saint for every city in California. So they think that these saints are these heroes, these wonderful Christians throughout the period of Christian history. But in the Bible, the saints represent primarily, specifically in Daniel and Revelation, those who are persecuted by the little horn, by the beast, and by the harlot of Revelation 17. In other words, the saints are not just any group. They are the ones who were persecuted by these end-time powers. I want to read several statements from Scripture so that you can see this. Notice Daniel chapter 7, verses 21 and 22. We're defining the saints. The saints are those who suffered persecution under the beast, the little horn, and who will suffer persecution under the harlot, this apostate church. It says there in Daniel 7, verse 21, I was watching, and the same horn was making war against whom? Against the saints, and prevailing against them. So the saints are God's persecuted people. Notice Revelation 13 and verse 7. Here it speaks about the beast, which is the same as the little horn. This is the way it reads. It was granted to him, that is to the beast, to make war with whom? With the saints, and to overcome them. So once again, the saints are those who are persecuted